As exercises, I like to have a look at the standard of play that we're playing against. The key thing for me is really knowing the level of play you would expect from certain rating levels. When we're playing these 1300s and they're wiping me out with good positional play, where they are finding these miraculous positions, and I'm sat there going, well, I know for a fact that a 1300 level player, a real 1300 level player, is definitely not seeing that. They're not seeing these combinations. They're not finding those fine-tuned pawn break type positions. They make mistakes. You know, they make blunders. These 1300s very rarely, if any, make blunders, make any errors or any miscalculations or anything like that. Everything seems to be a little bit perfect. A real 1300 is not going to play at this level. They're not going to see all of these things. They will make blunders. They will make errors. I'm going to jump in on a few games at 1300 to see these lower rated players being able to just clean me out. It really does make me laugh. Okay, so what we're saying, yeah, these guys are strong. And are we okay doing strange opening? But again, I've had quite a few of these as well where they do the strange opening and somehow they make you think that you've got an advantage, but somehow they just come out with some funky business. So the queen's gone undefended, the knight, you know, I'm just pushing this. I'm not bothered about the knight anymore. And now this knight's dancing. It's just dancing. It doesn't really care about, you know, moving the bishop or anything like that. What position is it looking for? It's looking to hit the queen here. I'm going to just push this pawn up just to stop that. And it's going castling. I'm going to bring the bishop through and attack their bishop. See if we're baiting a pawn. Okay, we will take. The knight is defending, isn't it? Yeah, so everything's covered off. Yeah, look how everything, and this is an obvious move now for capturing the bishop. Look how long they're taking over an obvious move. Knight taking the bishop. Why did that take so long? Let's just bring the knight up. That always makes me ask the question that when it takes so long over a certain obvious move. Now I've lost interest in the game. Let's just push this pawn and support this pawn here. He's still looking for trying to get my queen with his knight. He's looking for the golden shots. So the queen is attacking the pawn. Excuse me. Get the arrow straight. Knight's defending at the minute. We could hit this pawn just to see what it's doing. Wants to get his knight in here. And the knight is protecting at the moment. Let's start pushing this pawn up and see what this knight really wants to do. So he's going to come and support the pawn with this pawn. Knight is hitting this pawn, it's hitting this, but it's not doing much there. So I'm going to hit the pawn. So we can take this pawn. But obviously they've got something set, haven't they? So that pawn hits us. We could hit there, but we lose the pawn. So we can hit their knight. And take with the queen. Let's have a look at the position that they end up in. Some glorious position. I'm going to push this. Jibu, let's carry on pushing maybe. Let's carry on pushing. Maybe we should be doubling the rooks. I'm not too sure whether we're going here yet or not. Or if we're going here. Okay, so it's blocking off. So there's a little space here. Maybe the queen can start coming across. What's our knight doing? Nice, nice, nice. I think we'll start doing that. They must be at some point looking to start targeting this pawn. Or maybe hitting the head of the snake here. Let's get the knight up. Just to be a nuisance. Right, so we could jump here, bring the pawn, could jump there. Looks a bit more nuisancey here, doesn't it? Because we did say they could be looking to challenge this pawn. Swing the queen across. I don't think they're going to allow us any of that. That's a bit slow, isn't it? Still going with this pawn move. Damn. I bet you I'm missing something. Let's just go with our mamby-pamby. Like I said, it's going to be a bit slow. Moving the king. He's moving the king. So he has to move the rook as well. So the rook moves, then he gets his king to safety. Let's move the queen anyway. Maybe the rook's just coming to defend. Yeah, okay. So we can't jump here just yet because their knight is there. Nothing meaty. Could push. Still going with this pawn. Well, he's got a bee in his bonnet about this pawn. Could move the knight. I don't think we're going to move the knight. I think we're going to keep the knight there. If we move the queen and then push, takes, no. Right, I'm in overthinking mode now. Let's just move the queen back. No, maybe here. This knight's not challenging the rook. Could go this way. I'm going here. Oh, that's why he was getting all agitated. He's hitting this pawn. Crikey. All that work, bang, bang, bang. He just focused on that side. Hey. Let's bring the queen here. You know, you sit there and think, well, why do they just keep constantly pushing that pawn down? Boom, 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 boom. There's nothing much really happening here. You can do all that sort of stuff. We just go like that, can't we? There's nothing much happening here, so we can just bring this rook and just do something. Oh, he's got a check on my king. Oh, he's got the pawn. Ooh-hoo-hoo. He's got my pawn. What did I say? These 1300s have got magic at their fingertips. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm going to go for the exchange. So he gets our pawn, we get his pawn type thing, but then he's going to bring this rook and he's going to have 2 on this pawn. So it's a bit sticky. Yeah, it's unbelievable the skill levels, and you know, you sit there and you go, I might as well be, because I've hit 2000s in the actual on the sites and all that type of stuff. You know, people weren't happy with me getting 2000s on the sites. I mean, you must be cheating, blah blah blah, and all this sort of stuff. So I have been 2000s, and it doesn't mean anything. I'm not any master or anything like that. I'm the casual chess guy. So it doesn't mean anything when you're hitting these 2000s online at all in any way, shape. People take it way too seriously in that aspect, thinking that they're gods, or that, well, if I'm a 2000 online, that means I'm a grandmaster. But when you go play over the board, you're only like a 1600 or something like that, you know, when you're playing real chess. So you need to chill your beans with that type of thinking. So what we're going to do is hit this pawn. Because he doesn't want to give his pawn up, does he? With the knight. But when you're playing against 1300s who are at this level 1300s, you're not expecting to, if you've been 2000 or 1885 on this particular account, if you've been 2000s and that type of stuff, you're not really expecting to get cleaned out, are you? You're not really expecting, could take with the knight actually beyond the queen. You're not expecting to get wiped out of the water and have bad positions and all that type of stuff. So where's the knight going? Attacking the queen. Queen still attacking the queen. Doesn't want to give the queen up, so we can come back here because he's got a 2-on-1 here with this and this. Yeah, so miraculous play yet again. So let's just move the knight back. Could have actually gone and hit the queen actually with the queen. I kind of didn't really want to do this because he's going to have 2 pawns against us. Could hit the queen again. It's just unfortunate that there's nothing else there, so he's just going to go backwards and forwards, probably here. Not gone there, he's gone to a secret place. Maybe attacking the pawn here. No, don't see it. Oh, he's attacking this pawn. Duh. So the knight comes back and defends the pawn. Or the queen goes up and attacks. And then he comes down. I don't think, maybe he puts a check on the king. We come back down again. Time's running out, so I think they're hoping to win on time, aren't they? Okay, let's bring the knight back. So let's just blitz the moves out now and just get on with it. Never mind the chit chat. Check. Come back down. Yep. He's going for a draw. Going for a draw because he's slightly underneath in the ratings, which makes sense. So we will hit the queen. Looks like it's going here. Oh, we did say that there could potentially, but I'm not really thinking that there's much here. Only a whole heap of whoop ass. So we'll hit the queen. Onto a white square. Oh, that's really interesting. Let's hit the queen again. Just checking the squares that it can go to, just waiting for them to move and just keep moving. But it looks like the queen doesn't have any decent squares to go to, does it? Without it being captured. Interesting situation. So is his knight looking for something to attack our queen? Very nice. Okay, we'll take. But just remember, we are playing in the zone of amazing comebacks. So I'm not celebrating diddly squat. Where's Kenny's knight go? Time is running out. It's looking to flag me. I'm going to bring the knight here. He's looking to flag me. Going to attack the pawn. And the knight, obviously. I'm expecting the pawn to drop. No forks, has he? He can take this pawn. And defend the pawn, actually. Ooh, ugly. Let's see what's happening here. He can take the pawn. X-ray through to the king. Not that it means a right lot. Knight potentially coming here. Move the king out of the way. Maybe put a check on just to give them something to think about. It's probably looking for a draw then, isn't it? Let's put a check with this rook. He's taking a pawn. Ishabar. I'm gonna take. And that must be it, mustn't it? Which one is he taking? This one or this one? He takes that one. Oh, he's escaping just a bit. He's escaping just a bit. What's this? Oh, I've just given up the rook. Oh my god. Oh no, shit. I just given up the rook. Ah, give me strength. He's put a check on. He's just delayed it. Okay. I can't believe I just give up the rook. It's completely winning. Dear me. What are we going to do with you? It was completely winning. Now I've lost. Gotta be something. Oh, I got a check on me. Got the pawn. It's a shame that that's not on this one. It's stopping me from doing stuff. I'm gonna have to give my queen up, aren't I? Because this pawn's gonna be ramping home. What's he doing? I'm losing on time. Sure, the rook's not flexible enough to be doing all this sort of stuff. So we're protecting the pawn, but we're 52. No, he's going to win the pawn. Go on. Ooh, so close. No cigar. Why can't I get this in the right position? It's because his rook's defending that square, that's why I keep wanting to get this pawn, but his rook is there. It's going to be a draw. No, it's not. I'm going to lose on time. Shocker. Could have done that all along. Oh my gosh. We won on time. That was shabby. That was so shabby. Okay, so just block the pawn. As usual, we're just really expecting some super grandmaster type play going on. So we'll bring the knight supporting the pawn. And we will capture, and we can move the knight, but it's overworking the queen. So if we went here, then the knight takes, the queen takes, then the queen takes our bishop. So we can do this and attack the queen. It's condensing the knight in a bit, so they're going to come here and attack the knight. Bishop's protecting at the minute. He may go, no, oh, he's actually moved the queen, so he's going for a queen exchange, brings his pawn in the center, links his pawns up a little bit. Is there anything else that we can do? We could castle on the queen side and get the rook operating. Now he's going to be hitting the bishop. They're moving dead quick. Okay, so he wants to get castled. Is there anything else that we can do? Maybe attack the... No, because their bishop will take us. What about getting this bishop up? Maybe get the bishop out. Try and get the rook into the game. Let's hit this pawn. Something protecting it. Bishop coming here. No, it gets taken. Okay, so he's coming for this pawn, is he? Gonna take this. I bet there's a fork somewhere with the damn knight. Let's just take the pawn. Is there a fork? He wants to move his knight, but the bishop will take the bishop. He wants to get this bishop into something, attacking here. Maybe this way, sorry. Yeah, so this way with the bishop, attacking the rook. But the bishop needs protecting first, so that's what he's going to do. So, shall we prepare? What can we prepare? Maybe no, can't do this. Knight can't go here. Knight's not in a very good position, is it? Could come back around with the knight. Or could just move the rook. Shall we move the rook? I'm going to move the rook. That was a silly move though, really, because I didn't really do a full calculation. I just went, just move it. I didn't look to see if there's any... That square's not coming here at the minute. He's running with his king, so the bishop can... If we take, he's going to get this pawn. If we move the knight, he's going to move the knight. And see if we can do this. Again, I've done the same thing again, just made the move and not done a proper thorough calculation. Yeah, so now he's x-raying through to the rook. So he doubles the pawns and his rook gets that. Yay. Okay, so we could go here and get a, it's not a mate threat type thing, but we can do that. Going to hit and then hit with a check, so it gives them something to think about. And then the bishop or the rook goes back. I think probably the bishop. Oh no, he's going with the rook. So he wants to double us up. Let's do this and then double his up. And then move the knight. So it's +1, but it's neither here nor there with these types of situations. He's got the two bishops. Are they going to make it work for them, playing some master game now? Oh, they've resigned. They don't want to play the end game. Well, that's a bit unusual. Anything else? Analysis? Okay, there, we've got the bar. Oh, it's given us a 2.2 advantage. So that's not bad, but that's still, again, really neither here nor there. They could play it through. I can blob these end game type playing games. So these are the things I need to practice. So I'm not celebrating this in any way, shape or form. And not celebrating the last one either, because really I made some errors in there as well. But we had more piece advantage in that particular game. So yeah, strong players. Always adamant there's strong players. You play some players and you're thinking, how the heck have they ended up in this position at this level of the game? 1300, finding these absolutely fantastic positions. Almost feels computerized. I'm not saying they're using computers, but the position that it's ending up in is like, it's really too clinical. It's like near perfect position where I can't actually gain any advantages in the games. So it does beg the question, what sort of level of player are you actually playing in these particular sites? Let's just push this through. 1365, so their number at the side of ours is slightly higher. We're not into the rating type thing, but let's just see how grandmasterful this game ends up being. Going to bring the bishop through, simple chess again. Just going to play my game as best as I know. Going to try and double the pawns, maybe class it as a weakness for us, for them. I'm going to, let's castle before the queen starts coming in and blocking us from castling. And we may as well bring the knight up and support the pawn. So if I'm understanding what I'm doing, we are going to hit this pawn here. He does have a little cluster here. He does take, so we will take with the knight because we're challenging this pawn. But I'm expecting the pawn to drop rather than it get supported with the bishop. Or even the queen. So I think it's going to drop. Yep. Alright, so we could jump here, which puts a 2-on-1 on the pawn. It's just that he does have a 2-on-1 protection with the bishop. And then this pawn is just going to see it off. And then it's just dancing around into the corner. So I think we'll just go back to the starting point. And let's get the bishop out. So they're just going to simply castle now. So we'll be looking to maybe just hit the knight type thing. Doesn't always end in a nice position, but I think with the rooks supporting the queen now, so he's not going for any of that. Now this pawn is only supported by the bishop at the minute, but we need to be taking the bishop and then the queen supporting, and then maybe looking to try and put a 2-on-1 on this pawn. Can we do something about it now? Not really. So I'm going to move the queen up, try and make some space to try and attack the pawn. And he's going to get his rook there. Is he getting it in time? I mean, he can just push down, but we can do exchanges. So trying to target this. Can the knight go and support it somehow? No, I don't think it can at this moment. So I think he's just going to free it up and go for a trade. No, he's attacking this pawn. So we will take this pawn, attacking the queen, attacking the knight as well. Doesn't mean anything great. I mean, the rook may be owning the file a little bit and then maybe doubling up. adds a bit of pressure. It's on a dark square, it's got a white square bishop, which is a good thing. So the knight's moved very quickly. Obviously it's defending itself. It's still attacking this pawn. It's got a 2-on-1. We can push and hit the knight with the pawn, but the knight can jump here and attack it again. We are defending. So I think we will hit the knight, plan trying to get the rooks doubled on this file, open file, if we can. He may just go, well, I'm just taking your knight off the board, doubling your pawns. So it's only +1. And they've actually come in the centre. I did picture them doing that type of thing. It does actually block the rook in after all of that, because we're not going to be able to take back with the rook. So the rook is going to be on the back. We would be able to challenge the bishop, but the bishop can attack it, and then we're kind of stuck around the back. So it does make for an interesting situation now. So we could go up and attack the bishop now, but he's just going to do this, isn't he? And we can't go there because the rook knight is there. So I think we're just going to have to take it off the board and live with the fact that the pawn's going to be there. Oh, the bishop's gone for it. Bishop has gone for it. It's attacking this pawn. So if we did this, I think he'll be going for a rook exchange, or she, whoever. Yeah, it's going for the rook exchange. We're going to hit the bishop in the meantime because we have this pawn supporting. So he does go for the doubling. So we'll take. And hopefully our rook can come and support the pawn in the centre. So it gives them a little bit of something to think about. And so this pawn won't survive because the king will come across and it'll be an exchange in mar. But we are currently +1. Can we make something of it? The +1 is doubled, so it's not anything great. So he's made space for his king to come across. I'm going to move the king up, and try and support this doubled pawn thing because they've got a pawn majority on this side. So I feel there might be a zugzwang situation against us. So he's pushing the pawn. I'm going to move the king. So he's coming down. The exchange is going to happen anytime soon with the rook. So can we just try and sort something maybe? I think he'll just take, won't he? He'll just take with the rook. Very mindful we're going to get zugzwang. So we take and he goes here. If we push, and then we're stopping his king from moving down for a brief moment. So he's not coming here. He's probably going to push so that his king tries to squeeze down. And it stops our king, but I suppose our king can come here if he does push down. So if we get this one up, just trying to meet this pawn majority he's got, excuse me, and they're not wearing any of it. They're not wearing any of it. So if we push, then he can push down, and then that's no good to us. If we take, we're just going to end up too far over the other side, and it's going to get into here, isn't it? Ay. If we push this and he pushes past, then our king can't come back. Yeah, we're getting zugzwanged. I can feel it in the water. What about pushing this and then hitting the centre? I'm going to push this and then hitting this. Let's do this. We'll just have to come backwards now with the king. I think we're getting zugzwanged. We've lost. He's gained the pawn back. Ah. Yeah, we did something wrong, didn't we? Ay. I think we had it and it's gone now. Just push this. I wanted to do this. I think I should have done that one first. Let's go here. Are we going to be too far behind? I think we're going to be too far behind, aren't we? The king. Let's move the king. So it's not coming here. Push it down. We take. Oh no, he's coming across for this pawn. So we've got time to push this. And take, but his pawn is so far on the other side, it's going to beat us for promotion. Let's go. Let's go. Careful, careful, careful. Just keep the mouse on a blank square so that we don't miss out on them bringing this queen down. Let's go check on. Check on. Let's take this. Go. Careful. Careful. It's behind the pawn, so it's never catching it. Careful. Don't move. Quick move of the pawn getting promotion. Don't want to do any slippages. And they've resigned.